ceremony. Will the audience please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I'd like to invite Ivan Solis to lead us in the pledge.
Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Graduates, you may be seated. My name is Lauren Gardner, and I am the proud principal of Ivy High School. I would like to take this opportunity to formally welcome you to the commencement ceremony for Ivy High School class of 2026. We are grateful to everyone who is here today, as we know that your love and support for the last 12 years has empowered our soon-to-be graduates to achieve success in their educational journey. We know how hard your students have worked to arrive at this point, and we want to ensure that every student and every family member has the ability to celebrate this important milestone in their lives. With that in mind, we request that you refrain from blocking others' vision and be mindful of those around you as you celebrate your own special graduate. Our goal is to ensure that all audience members enjoy their moment. We appreciate your efforts to maintain the dignity and honor of this important rite of passage. I would like to start by introducing the dignitaries who are joining us today. If you would please stand and remain standing as I read your names. Please hold all of your applause until I've introduced the entire group. Trustees of the Board of Education of the Fallbrook Union High School District, Oscar Carlumpio, Board President, Eddie Jones, Board Vice President, Superintendent of the Fallbrook Union High School District, Ilsa Garza Gonzalez, Emily Toon, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, and Dr. Annabelle Lunar, Director of Student Services. And this afternoon we have a very special guest and keynote speaker, Dr. Victor Rios. Our teachers and support staff, Dr. Rob Iverson, lead teacher, Greg Keener, Corey Boyce, Marty Camacho, Jacob Mejia, Herman Mosqueda, Dana Bodie Smith, Mr. Jaime Miramontes, school counselor, Mr. Hector Miramontes, social emotional support, Susana Miramontes, clerk, Angie Mesa, Martha Jara, Salvador Cabrera, college and community liaison, Raquel Chavez, and Ms. Lopez. Thank you for acknowledging this incredible group of educators who have helped to support your journey to graduation. I'm honored to work with such a dedicated team, and we could not do this without you. Thank you. At this time, we'd like to hear the voices of some of our student leaders. I'd like to invite our student leadership representatives, Allison Robles, Emma Fierro, and Nenny Cruz to the podium to open our ceremony.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, staff, and the class of 2026. I am Allison Robles, and it is an honor to stand here before you today. I would like to start off by thanking God for guiding us throughout all 4 years and the opportunity we have to celebrate our achievement today. As a first-generation graduate, I'd like to incorporate Spanish into my speech as a tribute to all the Hispanic families here today. Buenas tardes a todos. Es un honor para mí dirigir este saludo a todos los que nos acompañan hoy. En primer lugar, me gustaría agradecer a Dios por guiar nuestros pasos y por permitir este gran logro hoy. For many of us, we didn't see a future for ourselves or even graduation, but I believe we can all say that Ivy is what brought us all back together and made us realize we're all capable of so much. Every individual in this room is worth so much more than the way we've been made to feel in the past, and our past experiences do not define our future. We will all carry a piece of each other into our future lives that will define who we are and who we are meant to be. I'd like to thank our parents, family, staff, friends, and those that aren't here today but that were there for us when we needed them. Thank you for providing us with the love and support that we needed. Para mí y para muchos de nosotros, no veíamos un futuro para nosotros mismos, ni siquiera la posibilidad de graduarnos. Sin embargo, creo que todos podemos afirmar que Ivy fue lo que nos reunió de nuevo y nos hizo darnos cuenta de que somos capaces de lograr muchísimo. Cada persona presente en esta ceremonia vale mucho más de lo que nos han hecho sentir en el pasado y nuestras experiencias pasadas no definen nuestro futuro. Todos llevaremos un pedazo de uno al otro hacia nuestras vidas futuras que marcaría quiénes somos y quiénes estamos destinados a ser. Quiero darle las gracias a nuestros padres, familias, amigos y también a aquellos que hoy no pueden estar, pero que sí estuvieron cuando hizo falta. Gracias por las veces que hemos necesitado su apoyo y lo hemos encontrado. Todo esto no sería posible si no fuera por el sacrificio de ustedes. Gracias.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emma Fierro, and I am genuinely proud to be here today. I want to share a bit about my journey and how the incredible community at Ivy helped me get here today. For many of us, entering high school felt like a fresh start, but it was also incredibly nerve-wracking. We all faced our shares of trials and tribulations, those moments that felt overwhelming, where we questioned if we could even make it through. I remember feeling like I had the world in my hands with endless opportunities until suddenly I didn't. I lost academic ground, felt like I didn't belong, and thought school wasn't worth the stress. My freshman year was fun, but my sophomore year I let things slip. That's when I realized I needed to choose what was best for me. Ivy was often underestimated, even by me. But the moment I stepped foot here my junior year, I saw it differently. I came seeking opportunity, a fresh start, and a chance to rediscover what I was capable of. Being part of Ivy leadership class alongside Allison and Nenny all allowed me to help create events to uplift the school spirit. These events aren't just fun, they build the family culture that makes Ivy so special, bringing us together and strengthening our bonds. Ivy showed me the immense support around me, and that's true for so many students here. Ivy helped me realize my potential. There were times I doubted myself, but the staff and environment showed me I could achieve so much, even after many failures. Being an Ivy student has meant the world to me. It's not just about academics, it's about the community we've built. As a 15-year-old who once felt immense pressure, I found endless support, and now I'm in a great place of personal growth. And look around us now. We're all here standing together, a testament to overcoming those high school challenges. Every single one of us is proof that we've navigated those trials and tribulations and achieved success. As I step out, I'm excited for what's next and to further my education, but I'm also proud of every single student that sits behind me. And to the girl who thought she would never be here today, I'll always remember how I got here, thanks to the incredible support of Ivy and its staff and the amazing environment they created. Thank you.
First, I would like to thank everyone for being here today to celebrate this special moment with us. Graduating from Ivy High means so much to everyone because Ivy has never just been a school. It has always felt like a second home. The staff have always made me feel seen, appreciated, and motivated. They helped me through ups and downs, and for that I owe a huge thank you to Ms. Garner and all of the Ivy staff who accepted me, guided me, and always had my back. When I first started high school, I wasn't in the best mindset, but Ivy helped me change that. This school helped me realize my potential, pushed me to work harder, and helped me find a path towards success and a future I can be proud of. To the class of 2026, I hope we never forget how hard we worked to get here and everything we overcame along the way. No matter where life takes us after today, we'll always share these memories and this moment together. I'm proud of all of us, and I truly believe the best is still ahead. As we graduate and move on to the next chapter of our lives, I know we will never forget our Ivy family and everything they have done for us. I truly would not be where I am today without the love, support, and encouragement I received here at Ivy and from my family. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Thank you, ladies. We would like to continue our celebration by honoring the accomplishments of the senior class by presenting our scholarships and awards. It is my pleasure to now acknowledge the following Ivy High School students for their exemplary achievements. Each of these students worked hard, challenged themselves, and oftentimes beat the odds to be examples of academic and character success. I would also like to acknowledge the parents of these students for supporting them and guiding them through their high school journey. At this time, if I could have my presenting teachers join me for the Ivy Scholarship. Mr. Keener will present our first scholarship, which is awarded to Emma Fierro. Ms. Lopez will present the next scholarship, which will be awarded to Joshua Wally. Mr. Mejia will present our next Ivy Scholarship, awarded to Cesar Rodriguez Munguia. Mr. Boyce will present our next Ivy Scholarship, awarded to Nenny Cruz. And finally, Mr. Camacho will present the Ivy Scholarship to Aaron Ocampo. The Dude Smith Photography Award will be presented by Mr. Smith. This award is awarded to a student who plans to pursue photography in college and later on in their career. Ivy High School is proud to have an outstanding photography program for our students. Mr. Smith presents the Dude Photography Scholarship, and this year's Dude Smith Award recipient is Lorenzo Rodas. Next, we have the Pete Barone and Harry Vicks Principals Awards, which are in honors of individuals who exemplify what Ivy is. We as a staff collectively decide on the student award recipients. The Pete Barone Award is given in honor of Pete Barone, who was a former principal of Ivy High School and a teacher at FHS. This award is given to the student who most exemplifies the Ivy High School spirit and will be presented by Mr. Camacho. This year's Pete Barone Award recipient is Allison Robles. The Harry Vicks Principals Award is for the students who have come to Ivy and took full advantage of what Ivy offers and overcome personal adversity. The Harry Vicks Award will be presented by Mr. Mosqueda. This year's recipient is Ivan Solis. At this time, we would like to acknowledge two of our students who have earned the highest academic honors for our school. I would like to now call to the stage this year's salutatorian, Cesar Rodriguez Munguia.
Good job, Cesar.
I will now invite Cesar to share his remarks.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, and parents, and the class of 2026. My name is Cesar Rodriguez Munguia, and it is a proud honor to stand before you today as Ivy High School class of 2026 salutatorian. When we first walked through those doors of Ivy, many of us weren't sure what to expect. But what we found here was more than just a school. It was a community that cares about our successes. The teacher and staff see our potential even when we might not see in ourselves. Because of this environment, we are graduating today not only with diplomas, but with confidence to take on whatever comes next. Of course, this journey we didn't take alone. In my case, I want to express my gratitude to my aunt and uncle who helped me get here. I will not be standing on the stage without you. To my fellow graduates, whether you're heading into the workspace, continuing your education, or preparing to serve, let's take the resilience we built at Ivy, use it to make it an impact in the world. Congratulations, class of 26. Our journey is just beginning.
Thank you, Cesar. It is now my privilege to introduce the valedictorian for the Ivy class of 2026, Josh Wally.
Before I begin, I want to give God all the glory. I'm thankful to Jesus Christ for every blessing, every open door, every moment of strength, and every time He has carried me when I couldn't carry myself. If it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be standing here today. Good afternoon, everyone. Teachers, staff, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. Man, this moment is different. It's not just graduation. It's proof that we pushed through everything that tried to stop us. A lot of people don't understand our journey. They don't even know the late nights, the stress, the frustration, the quote-unquote, I'm tired of this moment. They don't know the days we had to pick ourselves up and keep grinding, even when life was heavy, but we know we lived it. And that's what makes today so real. For me, this wasn't about getting a second chance. It was about making a decision to lock in, a decision to grow up, a decision to take my future seriously. I had to focus, I had to stay consistent, and honestly, God gave me the strength to stay on that path. To the teachers who actually pushed us, checked on us, and believed in us, thank you. Mr. Boyce, thank you for always keeping us going and encouraging us. Mr. Mejia, thank you for pushing me even when I tried to get the bare minimum. Mr. Keener, thank you for seeing the potential in me before I even saw it myself. You all didn't do the work for us. You gave us the space and motivation to do it ourselves. That means everything. To the families, friends, and the people who support us, thank you for every ride, every conversation, every prayer, every quote-unquote, you got this, and every time you helped us pull it together when life was lifing. And to my classmates, listen, we earned this, we really earned it. We didn't coast, we didn't get handed anything. We put our heads down and handled business. We went through challenges that couldn't make us quit, but instead, they made us stronger, we didn't fold. And I want you all to hear this clearly. Your story is not defined by how you started, but how you kept fighting. Your progress is real, your effort mattered, and God saw every step you took to get here. The school taught us real life stuff, not just textbooks, not just credits, but discipline, responsibility, growth, heart, and that mindset. That's what's going to carry us into the future. And we move on, whether it's college, work, training, or figuring things out. Remember this, God didn't bring you this far just to leave you. He has a plan for you, even if you can't see the whole picture yet. Trust Him, stay focused, and don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot become. We're just graduating. We're stepping into a whole new chapter of life, stronger, wiser, and more welcome than ever. So, to the class of 2026, congratulations. We made it. We pushed through. We stayed focused. And with God leading us, this is just the beginning. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce the afternoon's keynote speaker, Dr. Victor Rios. Dr. Victor Rios is on a mission to help schools turn adversity into an achievement for every student. A tenured and award-winning professor at UC Santa Barbara, Dr. Rios once stood on the edge of fatalism as a high school dropout and juvenile delinquent. Defying the odds, he earned his PhD from UC Berkeley and became one of the nation's leading researchers on at-promise youths, resilience and educational transformation. Today, Dr. Rios partners with schools districts and superintendents nationwide to dismantle systematic barriers and ignite new pathways to prosperity, well-being, and academic success for at-promise students and their families. A sought-after keynote speaker and trusted advisor, Dr. Rios equips education leaders with actionable strategies to inspire hope, build strong relationships, and create school and culture where all students thrive, especially those growing up in poverty, trauma, and marginalism. Through compelling storytelling, research-driven insights, and a profound understanding of the challenge educators face, Dr. Rios empowers districts to reimagine discipline, increase encouragement, engagement, and improve outcomes for young people growing up in struggle. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Victor Rios.
Good afternoon, buenas tardes, bienvenidas a las familias de nuestros estudiantes. Welcome to the families of our students. And today I would like to talk about the power of education and uplifting our families and our communities. Graduates, I know that you're behind me, and I know that your families are in front of me here, so you have a view of them. And so what I'm going to ask you to do, graduates, is do me a favor and clap it up for your families that have been here for you this entire time. I want to talk about the strength of family and how family really motivates us to push forward. And not just the families that we're part of, but the families that we're going to have in the future. We're going to have friendships that are our families we choose to have. And then we're going to have, for some of us, our own families. And I'll tell you, my own struggle when I'm really little with my family, I didn't have the conventional family. Yo no tenía una familia de mamá y papá. Yo nomás tenía mi mamá. So I only had my mom. My dad was gone. And so we were struggling growing up. And my mom, single mom, working as a dishwasher and making minimum wage. So we ended up in really poor environments. We were not doing well at all. And that led me to make bad choices. And those bad choices ended up getting me really low grades in school and also getting me into a lot of trouble, getting kicked out of school. I ended up out of school for 2 years in high school, and I'm not proud of it, but I was on the streets, and I ended up getting in trouble with the law. And so I was on a journey to not make it. I was on a journey to end up maybe locked up. And it wasn't until one of my best friends, unfortunately, something really bad happened to him, and I ended up going to my teacher that had been there to try to help me, but I had always ignored her. I ignored her in 9th grade, I ignored her in 10th grade, and then in the 11th grade when this happened, I went back to her because she was the only adult in my life that I felt I could trust, because my mom, she was just gone trying to survive. And my teacher asked me, she goes, Victor, why do you want to change? And I told her, I want to help my little sister, I want to help my little brother, I want to help my family, I want to help my community, that's why I want to change. So she said, if you want to change, you want to think about the strength that your family has and all the hard work that they do. And I used to think that, like, you know, being poor was a bad thing, but I didn't realize that for me growing up, being poor and working hard taught me about working really hard in life. And that's what would lead me to work hard in school as well. I thought they were two separate worlds. So I started to think about my uncle that helped to raise me. And my uncle would go and collect cans and bottles. And I would go with him at 5 in the morning to collect cans and bottles in the back of his van. And the bottles would break, and my uncle would keep going, and I would get cut, and I'd stop working, because that was hard work. You get cut, you don't want to work anymore. But he would keep working, and he would look at me, and he would say, Mijo, estamos buscando vida. We're searching for a better life. And that stuck to me, that my uncle, in that hard work he was doing, he was searching for a better life. Estamos buscando vida. Later, when I started to do better in school, I started to do better because I wanted to make people like my uncle proud. That taught me to look for a better life. I wanted to make my mom proud. I wanted to make my little brother and my little sister proud. And that's the reason I returned to school, started doing better. I graduated from high school on time and with my class, like many of you are doing today. And I thought I was done with school, but my teacher taught me about college, and so I applied to college. I got accepted to Cal State. I go to Cal State. I was the first in my family to go to college. I was what is known as first generation. And many of you students, you're headed to college, and I know that many of you will be first in your family to go to college. Your first generation to go to college, and that is such a special thing. So families, let's clap it up for these students. Who are the true pioneers. They will be first to do big things, like maybe go to college, like maybe go to graduate school, like maybe become attorneys, medical doctors, engineers, politicians. They will be there to lead our society in a time when we need a lot of good leadership. These, everyone, individuals behind me are our future leaders. Graduates of the class of 2026, whenever you feel alone, whenever you feel like you got no one, just remember the loved ones that brought you up. And remember the loved ones that you'll create as your wolf pack in the future that are going to be your network that bring you up. And don't forget, your network is your net worth. Meaning that the people and connections you make are the most cherished thing you can have in life. Because that's what connects you to resources, jobs, opportunities, and even money in the future. One more story. Oh, thank you. One more story I wanted to share with you was, as I'm growing up, I told you I grew up in a lot of struggle, a lot of poverty. And back in the day, we used to go get help from the government, and they would help us. They'd give my mom a little, back then it was like food stamps, EBT, And then they would give her a little box of groceries, and in the box of groceries, there was this block of government cheese. It was about this big. It's a big block of queso. And we would get the queso, and we would go to the liquor store down the street from our house, because that's where we got our food. And we would buy tortillas, and we would go home and cut up the cheese, and we would make quesadillas. So graduates of the class of 2026, when life gives you cheese, make quesadillas. Don't you ever forget that. Sometimes life is going to give us cheese, and we got to figure out a way to make something out of nothing. Estamos buscando vida, right? We're trying to make something out of nothing. Continue on this beautiful journey where you will make your family proud, make your community proud, where you will continue to be leaders in our society. Keep using the power of family, of loved ones to succeed and to give back and to empower others. Keep representing us in the beautiful way you're representing today. Don't they look amazing today? How well they're dressed and how well they smell. Yeah, let's clap it up for them one more time. Students of the class of 2026, hay que seguir buscando vida, encontrando éxito. Let's keep overcoming our adversities and finding success. And don't forget, when life gives you cheese, make quesadillas. Have a beautiful celebration. Take care.
Thank you, Dr. Rios, for your inspiring words and for joining us to celebrate this amazing group of students. This evening, you heard stories of struggle, stories of perseverance, and stories of triumph. By helping you through those struggles, we have witnessed your growth. Every single one of you has overcome personal obstacles to stand on this stage today. Through hardship, you persevered. You learned not how to survive, but how to thrive. You now stand at the doorway of adulthood. I would be remiss if I told you that your journey going forward will be easy. The world we live in needs change, and it needs you now more than ever. Now is the time to raise your head, raise your eyes, and raise your voices. Continue to face future challenges with your head held high. You have already proven that your goals and dreams are within reach. At this time, I would like you to recognize some of the paths that you are taking after graduation. Please stand as I call out your future pathway. In this group of graduates, we have students who will attend a trade school. Attend Palomar and Maricosta College this fall. We have 2 students who are going directly to a 4-year university. We have 2 students who will be joining the military. And we have students who will be joining the workforce. At Ivy, our mission is transformation through education. This class has truly embodied that mission. As you listen to our students speak, you may have heard the reoccurring theme of family. At Ivy, we believe that it is a small school, but one big family. This class in particular has been an incredibly connected group of students who have loved and supported each other during their educational journey. We will miss you immensely. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, please remember where you came from, but also know that your past does not define your future. Everyone in this room today knows that you are capable of achieving anything you dream to be. Congratulations to the class of 2026. At this time, Ms. Garza Gonzalez, will you please join me at the podium? It is my honor to present to you the class of 2026. I affirm that all of these students have successfully met the graduation requirements for a diploma from the Fallbrook Union High School District.
Congratulations, graduates. Today you stand not only as individuals who have completed a remarkable journey, you stand as pioneers. 4 years ago, the path ahead was uncertain, but you carved it with courage, resilience, and determination. And in doing so, you didn't just follow a road, you created new ones for those who will follow. You are the first CTE completers at Ivy High School, turning passion into purpose and skills into opportunity. You are the first to commit to 4-year universities from Ivy High School, opening doors and raising the bar for what is possible. You are the first dual enrollment students from Ivy High School, already proving that you belong in college classrooms and beyond. These firsts are more than milestones. They are legacies. They mark the beginning of a tradition of excellence that will continue because of you. Through every challenge, every unanswered question, and every moment of doubt, you persevered. You demonstrated that success is not defined by a straight path, but by the strength to keep going, to adapt and to believe in your potential, even when the future was unclear. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, carry this with you. You are trailblazers. You have shown what is possible, and because of you, others will dream bigger, reach higher, and believe more deeply. And as you go out into this world, remember this. Have courage and be kind. For where there is kindness, there is goodness, and where there is goodness, there is magic. Felicidades, graduados. Hoy no solo se presenta como personas que han completado una trayectoria extraordinaria, sino como verdaderos pioneros. Hace 4 años el camino por delante era incierto, pero ustedes lo trazaron con valentía, resiliencia y determinación. Y al hacerlo, no solo siguieron un sendero, crearon nuevos caminos para quienes vendrán después. Ustedes son los primeros estudiantes de la preparatoria Ivy en completar programas de educación técnica y profesional, transformando su pasión en propósito y sus habilidades en oportunidades. Son los primeros en comprometerse con universidades de 4 años, abriendo puertas y elevando las expectativas de los que siguen. Son los primeros estudiantes de doble inscripción en el colegio, demostrando desde ahora que pertenecen a las aulas universitarias y más allá. Estos primeros son más que logros, son legados. Marcan el inicio de una tradición de excelencia en la preparatoria Ivy que continuará gracias a ustedes. A través de cada desafío, de cada pregunta sin respuesta y de cada momento de duda, perseveraron. Demostraron que el éxito no se define por un camino recto, sino por la fortaleza de seguir adelante, de adaptarse y de creer en su potencial incluso cuando el futuro no estaba claro. Al dar el siguiente paso hacia el nuevo capítulo de sus vidas, lleven esto con ustedes. Ustedes son forjadores de caminos. Han demostrado lo que es posible y gracias a ustedes otros soñarán más en grande, aspirarán más alto y creerán con más fuerza. Y al salir al mundo recuerden esto. Tengan valor y sean amables, porque donde hay amabilidad hay bondad y donde hay bondad hay magia. Having met the academic requirements of the Fallbrook Union High School District, it gives me great honor and pleasure, on behalf of the Board of Education, to accept the class of 2026, and I ask at this time that they be awarded their diplomas. Al cumplir con los requisitos académicos del Distrito de la Unión de Escuelas Preparatorias de Fallbrook, es un gran honor para mí y un placer aceptar a la generación del 2026 en nombre de la Mesa Directiva de Educación. Pido que en este momento se les otorguen sus diplomas. Congratulations. Felicidades.
I would like to now call Mr. Miramanes to the podium for the presentation of diplomas. Board members, could you please take your positions?
Row one, please stand. Joshua Wally. Joshua Aguiar Cardona. Jasleen Aguirre. Lawrence Allen Jr. Yesenia Resendiz. Brian Camarena. Randy Castellanos Pascual. Nenny Cruz. Colton Dean.
Yeah, Colton!
Emma Fierro. José Luis González. Magdalena González Pedro. Amber Hotman. Cesar Rodriguez Munguia. Row 2, please stand. Lorenza Juan Lucas. Stephanie Guadalupe Laguna Álvaro. Sanaí Alexa Lastre Ramírez. Cristóbal Lucas Salvador. Maria Luis. Manuel Martínez Cedillo. Aaron Ocampo Sánchez. Jesse Ortiz. Manuel Reyes. Isael Reyes Linares. Adán Reina. Allison Robles Ramirez. Nicolás Rodas García. Madeline Sánchez Torres. Row 3, please stand. Donovan Serrano Mendoza. Ivan Solis. Isabel Suárez. Angel Torres. David Torres. Edgar Galan.
Will the entire class of 2026 please rise?
Seniors, there is one last tradition for the class of 2026 to share. The ceremonial moving of the tassel. Although this may seem small in action, the moving of the tassel symbolizes something much larger. It symbolizes the passing of one portion of your life, full of challenges and experiences, into a new time of your life, full of hope, promise, and following your dreams. Graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right of your caps to the left.
Families, this concludes our graduation ceremony. Please remain in your seats as our graduates teachers, and dignitaries leave the stage. They will meet you outside of the theater for the ceremonial tossing of the caps. Congratulations, class of 2026!